I filmed 2 videos today, and that is because I made myself a promise that I would film 5 videos a week. And right now, to be honest, I don't really have an idea for a video because, yeah, I just can't think of anything. But that's not gonna stop me from filming a video. And it's not that I want to post bad content, but this somehow is going to become a video. I can already feel it. Discipline. Discipline and consistency are the best things ever. I'm like mind blown still. Are one of the best things you could possibly have. Discipline and consistency. If you're consistent, you do it every time. And when you're not motivated, the discipline kicks in. So you're consistent all the time, and then one day you wake up and consistency is a flows. It flows. You're not going to be 100% consistent all the time. Sometimes you're 50%, then you go down to 30, then you go 70, you go 60, you go 80, you go 100, then you go all the way to 20. It's very different. Consistency is not a steady ride. It has a lot of waves. But it's consistent. It stays there. You keep going up and down, but you keep going. You never stop. It never goes to 0%. It might be 5%, might be 10%. And I'm talking about, let's say you have a routine for a day, and you do one thing out of the whole day, you're still being consistent. Because then the next day you'll do, what, 100% of it? So, consistency is not a steady ride. Like I said, is a flow. It goes up and down, it fluctuates. We're not perfect. But on those days where the motivation is not there and the consistency is not there, you have your discipline to back you up. So if you have discipline, you have consistency. And the best way to develop consistency and discipline is by creating a routine, a timed routine where at this exact time every day I do this exact task, and you discipline yourself to do it. And there's a difference between discipline and motivation. Motivation is when you're motivated to do something, but discipline is when you don't really feel like doing it. So motivation, you want to do it. You wake up one day, you're like, oh, I want to go to the gym. Let's go to the gym. Let's go work out. And then there's other days where you wake up and you don't want to go to the gym. Well, if you go to the gym, the day you don't want to go to the gym, you are practicing discipline. And the more discipline you practice, the better consistency you will get. The more consistency you have, the more productive you are. The more productive you are, the more progress you will get. And it's all about discipline. It's literally discipline. If you can discipline yourself to stay on that path, and you're consistent every day with your routines, with your work, and even when you don't feel like it, even when you don't want to. It has taken me since I woke up, I think my first video was filmed like 11. It's taken me like almost 6 hours to film 3 videos. They're like, one's like 13 minutes, the other's like 5 minutes, and this one I don't even know how much it's gonna be. But it's taken me so long because I've been on my phone, procrastinating, and avoiding my work. And you can call me a bitch, you can call me a pussy, you can tell me that you are a lazy fuck. And you know what? You're a coward. Whoever says that, whoever thinks that, you're a coward. Because I'm here speaking about it, telling it to the world. And yes, I am telling it to the world because in a few years from now, millions of people are gonna watch this video. Maybe not right now, but they're gonna come back to my beginning and they're gonna see it and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, look at Gadiel. Look at where he started. Look at where he is now in the future. So I'm telling you all this. I'm being full transparent. I'm not this, oh yeah, look at me, I'm posting 5 videos every week. No, it's hard. It's become hard for me because I am natural procrastinator and I overthink a lot. But I don't see it as the worst thing ever. Yes, I used to see it as the worst thing ever when I overthink. But now I see it as a gift. Because you can't not be an overthinker. If you're an overthinker, you're just that for life. And you have to treat it like a gift, not like a curse. And you have to learn to create a system where you can be disciplined and forget about your overthinking. There's a task, you need to do it. Forget about what your thoughts are, forget about what your feelings are. If you gotta do something, go do it. I'm not an expert on this at all. I know what I need to do and I'm doing it. Maybe I'm not doing the most efficient way, maybe it's not taking me the least amount of time, but I am doing it. And that's what counts. I'm consistent. Like I said, you can be consistent 100%, you can be consistent 20%. But if you're consistent, you're productive, and you're productive, you get progress. So don't get discouraged when you make a routine and then like you go 3 days or 4 days full doing everything, you're motivated, and then one day you wake up, you don't want to take that cold shower, you don't want to meditate those 10 minutes, you don't want to do that gratitude journal, your hands are tired, you want to take a little more time to sleep, you don't want to train that day. Days like that are gonna come, even for the people who have mastered discipline and consistency and can maintain a 99% level of consistency throughout their entire day. But right now, we're all in the beginning stages of self-improvement. Whether you've been there for a year, 2 years, doesn't matter. That's the beginning part. Once you've reached 4 or 5 years, then you're like a veteran, you can say. But for right now, you're gonna fail a lot. You're gonna learn a lot, and it's gonna be hard, lonely. Sometimes you're gonna feel hopeless. Sometimes you want to give up. Sometimes you just want to go to sleep and never wake up. But you have to take in mind of your purpose, which is you. You are the purpose. You are the whole reason why you're waking up at 5 in the morning, training, meditating, doing all these things. The whole reason why you're doing this, it's not to buy that Lamborghini, it's not to buy that penthouse, it's not to be on that yacht with 50 women. It's to be the best version of yourself. If you can put that mental model in yourself where everything you do is to better yourself, to be able to get those things, because if you become a millionaire right now, you're still gonna feel the same. Yes, you buy a Lamborghini, hop in it for a couple of hours, and then when you go home, you might be happy for like a week. Then you go back to a depressed guy, like you always were. You just now have a Lamborghini, which you can't even pay. It's hard. That's my point. It's hard. It's gonna take time. The beginning is the worst part. It's where you have to make the most sacrifices, where you have to lose the most amount of people. It's where it all goes downhill. And then it goes uphill, and then it goes downhill even more. It is a roller coaster of emotions, and it's a horrible place to be. But it's the best place to be. You should rather be fluctuating up and down in an upward spiral. You might think you're going like this and you're not going up, but you're going like this. Up, down, in the way up. That's the thing that you don't see. You see this, up and down, up and down. But what's really happening is this. And for the people that are not in self-improvement and don't care, and they quit. They were going like this, maybe slower, maybe they were like this, but they were going up. They quit because it got hard, because, oh, it feels too depressing, oh, I'm too alone, I want to hang out with my friends who smoke. Go with your friends who smoke. Go with those people that you don't want to be. Listen to the people who don't have what you have. And this is who you're going to be. Down. You're going to fall all the way down. And you're going to stay down. Because that's what you chose to be. I am choosing to become the best version of myself. Not for me. But for my family. But for my future children. But for my future wife. I'm not trying to become this man to buy a damn Lamborghini, or to get on a Ferrari, or to have multiple women in a yacht. No. I want to have a relationship with a God-fearing woman, a relationship centered by God, where we're both growing and where we both can teach our children the best way of life. Why would I want to have kids when I am not the person that I want to be? And you don't realize that time is not on your side. If you don't start now, if you don't become this man soon enough, you're going to have those kids and you're not going to be the man you wish you could have been. Are you really going to give your kids a worse life because you didn't want to wake up that morning at 5 a.m. and just go to the gym for 45 minutes? You're really going to ruin your son, your daughter's entire life because you didn't want to wake up and do push-ups? You didn't want to meditate for 10 minutes? You're really going to ruin their life because you couldn't sacrifice 10 minutes to get better? Because, oh, I can't concentrate. Oh, it's too hard. You're pathetic. You're honestly fucking pathetic. Change that mental model that you have, because if you don't, nobody's going to do it. Nobody's going to save you. Nobody's going to help you get what you want. Nobody's going to make you that man. You got to make yourself that man. And I'm trying to end my videos with this quote that I made, and I want you guys to really acknowledge it and take it into account into your lives, because you might think that you don't want kids now or you don't care right now, but the day you see your friends have kids, you see them with their kids, and you get that craving to be a kid, you're going to realize you're not ready. And it's going to be all your fault. And they're going to suffer because of you. I want you guys to become the man your children would be proud of to call their father. And I want you guys to work hard and never give up. Stay safe. Take care.